Hi everyone, and welcome to Answers in the Spotlight. In the last episode, we did an overview of the Siri assessment. This time, we're going to help you to get to know the process a little bit more so that you can really evaluate for yourselves the impacts that it has on digital transformation. So once again, I'm joined by my colleague Yara. Yara, say hi.
Hello everyone. Hi Shannon.
Hi.
I'm very glad I'm here again in our second episode.
Glad to have you back.
Thank you.
Now, for those people that didn't watch the last episode, can you just give them a little bit more about you?
Sure. So my name is Yara Youssef and I am looking after the manufacturing business in AITS. And I have been with AITS since like forever, we can say.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so before we start to go into, like I said, more detail about the Siri assessment, can you just give us a bit of a background and tell us kind of what's going on in the industry at the minute? Like, what are the challenges that people are facing that's making them rethink the way they work?
It's a very good question. So nowadays, based on our experience in the field, especially in the manufacturing field and the food and beverage CPG, we can say that the major industry challenges are the food security, if we are talking about the food and beverage and CPG. And whenever we are talking about the food security, if we can give an example, the pandemic that happened.
Yes.
So as we all know, during the pandemic, it was not easy to be able to produce and to be able to deliver to the market the required number of food products or dairy products. And there was a pandemic, people had to stay at home. It was not easy. So how the processes in the factories were able to run without the intervention of human beings. So this is one, whenever we are talking about the food security. So every country nowadays is trying to have its own food security. So whatever happens, they will be able to deliver and accommodate the demand that they have in the country.
They're prepared for the unexpected, basically. Yeah.
Another one we can talk about is as we all know, the population is increasing. So, and especially we can say in the GCC, so the number is increasing everywhere. And with that, you need to be prepared because, and you need to be prepared in a way that to increase the number of finished products and to introduce new products because the competition also is increasing between the factories or the industries or so. Mainly these are the challenges. And we can say in the GCC, especially in Saudi, there is a government initiative to support the industrial sector. There is an incentive for approximately 2.6 billions. Yeah. So which is great. So the government is supporting and is pushing to help the industrial sector to overcome these challenges, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, it's a massive impact for the economy, isn't it? Like you said, manufacturers, they need to stay up to date with these things.
Of course.
Okay, and so to stay up to date with that's where the Siri assessment comes in. Okay, so what are the building blocks of the framework that makes up the Siri assessment?
So the main three building blocks of the Siri assessment are the process, technology, and organization. Whenever we are talking about the process, usually we talk about the efficiency improvement in one individual area of the processes. But in Siri, whenever we are talking about the processes, we are talking about the integration of multiple areas in the processes, like vertical integration, horizontal integration, supply chain. So these are the three dimensions we can say that are part of the building block of the process. The technology has always been the cornerstone and the critical pillar, we can say, of Industry 4.0. So the technology is very important. And advanced automation and digital technologies are very important to drive the convergence of cyber-physical systems. The organizational structure is very important in order to keep the workforce and the leadership team to work in the same pace. So the organizational structure is very important. The people are very important.
And so, okay, so there's a lot of elements there that you've covered. What does a timeline look like for this then? You know, is this something that manufacturers expect, okay, is this going to take a year or months and months, this assessment? You know, what's that timeline look like?
The timeline is like we can divide it into multiple phases. So we can say that the first part is to have a management call, management onboarding, to assign a focal point from the end user side, from the customer side, from the factory side. And then after that, like some docs will be shared from our team, from our Siri certified assessors with them, just to have an idea about what is the scoring, and like, because you know the scoring is from 0 to 5 for 16 dimensions.
Yes.
So these documents will be shared and the A's will be signed. So this is the first phase, and we can give them like up to 2 weeks. Usually this is up to 2 weeks in order to be able to catch all the information. And then after that, there is another meeting which will allow us also to explain and to ask for the documents required, because the second phase is for the customer. An example is to share their costing structure and to talk about the KPIs, how do we choose the KPIs. So this is the second phase. And after that, like in 1 week, like usually they can have up to 1 to 2 weeks to prepare all of these documents, cost structures and costing numbers. And then there will be the site visit. So there will be a site visit, site tour, and our Siri certified assessor will sit with them in order to be able to score all these dimensions. So the scoring will be done and the site visit will be done. And the generation of the report usually takes after that 1 to 2 weeks. And once the report is generated, it's not like the report will be shared. No, there should be a debriefing call about the report to explain the report, to make sure that everyone is getting the idea of Siri and how it will help them.
So they're not just left to their own devices to figure out their results.
No.
And how does IC Square come into helping people with the results then?
So IC Square comes from the beginning. It comes from the very first step, we can say, and very first phase. In IC Square, we can help the people, the factories, the organizations to start with the Siri assessment. So we can start by doing the Siri assessment for them and be with them along the whole journey. After the Siri assessment, we can also sit with them and provide them with consultancy services. We can guide them to choose the right solutions that will allow them to tackle their pain points and to make sure to achieve their KPIs, the KPIs that were chosen in the Siri assessment. Because you might choose a solution, or you might focus on something that was not part of the KPIs that will benefit you the most. So this is how we can help in IC Square. So since the beginning until choosing the right solution, providing consultancy services, like all of this.
So it's it's not a case of they're just getting left to it after we help them with the assessment, or we're not just jumping in at the end when they've got the results.
We don't leave anyone.
It's that whole end to end.
We are always there to support after Siri, and also with the templates design, consultancy services, writing URS. So this is mainly what we can do.
Which must be a big help for people. That's my wrist then.
Of course.
Which it must be a big help for people rather than dealing with multiple different companies at different stages.
And also we have the industry knowledge. So we have SMEs, we have people that are dedicated. You know that whenever we are talking about the industrial sectors, there is F&B, there is pharma, there is general manufacturing. So there are multiple areas. So what we can do is that we have industry knowledge. We can support the customer in our knowledge, and it's not like, just like you mentioned, working with multiple companies. No, you are in safe
You've got
hands.
someone that's got to know exactly what you want from the beginning.
Yeah, true.
Amazing. Okay, so we've covered quite a lot there. So I think wrap up with the last question. So what is a piece of advice that you would give to everyone listening to help them on their digital transformation journey? Come on, dig deep.
Yeah. One advice would be, or based on our experience, is that always the technology is not enough. Okay, so you can implement a technology, but this is not enough to get the maximum benefit and in order to reach where you want to reach. So you need to bring your people on board, and you need to also look after the processes. You need to map your business processes. You have to be able to look into the processes, have an idea or have a deep knowledge about your business processes, and then you need to bring the people on board, and you need to also have the technology. So technology alone is not enough. And by talking about the people, like, we know that lots of people, or like they might not be comfortable by changing, and because you know that the digital transformation, industry 4.0, might be a new concept for lots of people. So in order to bring these people on board, you need to show them that this will facilitate your life. It will make your life easier by doing your tasks faster, by having faster decision making, higher efficiency. Your productivity will be higher, and by showing them like tangible ROIs. So this is very important. So one advice is that if you want to implement the technology, bring your people on board, and don't forget also the processes. So it's a we can say a chain of processes, technology, and people at the same time.
But bringing your people in right from the beginning is, because I think some people do that, don't they? They might have, I don't know, a select group of people, but then they forget to include everyone else that is going to be involved in the project in the beginning.
That's why whenever we are talking about business processes, whenever you are mapping your business processes, you are seeing how this business process is moving from one department into another. So in that case, you will be able to identify all the people that are involved in each and every business process in your organization. And then you need to bring all of these people and involve them, and to show them that this is a chain. Everyone is involved in this business process. Because if you bring the technology without being able to map your business processes and to have all the people on board that are included in these business processes, it will not work. And this is an advice that I would like to share.
You stand by.
Yeah.
But like you said before as well, technology, even though it's a huge part of digital transformation, it's a tool at the end of the day still. You need the right tools, but then, like you said, it's the people that are driving it. So okay, well, brilliant. Thank you so much for that, Yara.
Thank you.
And I hope that everyone got to know a lot more about the Siri assessment process. If you do have any more questions that you'd like to ask Yara, I'm sure you'd be more than happy to answer.
Sure.
Our contact details are on our website. So yeah, feel free to send any questions over, or you can also comment on this video. If not though, again, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time on Answers in the Spotlight.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.